Peace to the gods. How y'all doing today, my brothers? Yeah, well, I've been chilling, man. Been busy, taking care of a lot of things, getting a lot of things in perspective. Uh, I just wanted to come and holler at you, brothers, this morning. Just drop a jewel in your ear, give you some strength. Uh, as you already know, divestors are going to divest. Divestors are going to divest. And my words to you, brothers, is let them divest. Don't give a shit about that. Uh, but what I do want to say to a lot of you brothers is, make sure that you are staying productive. Make sure that you are building. Make sure that you are doing what it takes to be an asset in your community. Whatever the case may be, my brothers, make sure that you are being the father that you need to be with your children, because obviously our children need us. Look at the things that they have access to on social media. So with all that being said, when you see this madness on social media, immediately, instead of getting caught up and becoming too emotional, immediately when you hear this madness, immediately you should be saying to yourself, oh no, I got to reach back and really be in my children's ear. Because you and the mother are the first teachers, no doubt. Another thing I want to say is, you hear a lot of these divestors or whatever, the Cynthia G's or whatever the case may be. These people continuously come across the YouTube screen. Number one, they have the time to do it. These people are broke, fellas. These people are broke trying to get $1 off the backs of the gods. These people are broke. They lonely. They miserable. You look in your comment section, a lot of them hired by Avatar because they fat, out of shape. Yeah, make sure you get your workout in today, brothers. They probably fat, out of shape, got health problems. You know what I'm saying? Anytime a person got all that time to continuously be on YouTube, then, they don't have that companion in their life. What kind of man would be with a woman who get on YouTube and talk reckless like that? A real man wouldn't do that. I know damn well I wouldn't. If I heard my wife on YouTube talking reckless like these women doing, her ass would be divorced. Period. Ain't nowhere in the hell. You got into this world because your father procreated with your mother, which was a black man, a so-called black man, a so-called black woman, and they made you. So I keep telling y'all, they are hating the very things that they come from. These females on here that's talking this old shit, I keep telling you, they have no self-love. They don't understand it. They understand accountability, but of course they don't want to be held accountable for anything. This is what we dealing with, fellas. This is what we dealing with. Like I say, a lot of them broke. A lot of them don't have no man. They can't get no man. They don't have no husband. They miserable. And all they want to do is talk shit about you. Step on your back and chase a skin tone. Because a lot of these females, a lot of these divestors or whatever the case may be, they are choosing Pookie Brads. No one understands something, fellas. These are the same women who, before they decided to become a divestor, made bad decisions within their own community, and they only picked from that 19% of degenerates. Because that was all they could choose from. They were average women picking from average degenerates. And that's all they could get. And the point I'm making is, listen, man, it's some beautiful brothers out here, who got their shit together, owning shit, got their money right, whatever the case may be, man. So don't believe in all that nonsense that every so-called black man that a black woman with is a struggle love. That's bullshit. That that is complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That is complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? My wife, I took my wife out for a nice dinner yesterday. Me and my wife went and sat down, had a nice little dinner. And she just, I guess I want to say basking in the ambience, I guess. Just being thankful, that she got a king, by her side and have her back. We sitting there and she was like, showing me all her little jewelry and all her little rings and everything. She was like, baby, who bought all that? I say, shit, you know who bought it. But anyway, it ain't all about that. But the point I'm making is, listen, fellas, don't be discouraged by that nonsense. See, these women don't want to be held accountable. So they talking shit about us, using us as an excuse, because those same women who was choosing from those degenerates in the so-called black community, they are now choosing Pookie Brad degenerates. They still have the same mindset. They are still picking low-value individuals in the Brad world. I've been seeing it with my own eyes. These women are getting with broke Pookie Brads, but they keep coming over this YouTube screen talking about high value, a high value man. Listen, real high value Brads won't even deal with these chicks. So don't believe in the cap. Don't believe in all the caps that you see people making, look fake YouTube videos like they really, you know what I mean? And you got one chick out there go by the name of Divested Witch. She just did a little video. She's showing her little brand. And I'm like, dude, I'm looking at this man. I'm like, cuz this dude look like a fucking bird. He look like a lone bird. And I was laughing because I'm looking at this dude like, man, this dude ain't got nothing on me. He ain't got nothing on me. You know what I'm saying? I step up in it. Look, I'm just being honest. I step up. I don't do white women. I'm not racist. I don't have nothing against them, but that's just not my style. But I go out and go to places, man, and walk in rooms, and there's a lot of them. You know what I mean? I mean, they be, because they see a tall, dark, handsome brother. So the point I'm making is, when I seen that little video by the divested witch, got her little Brad on there, I'm looking at this dude like, man, please get the hell out of here. Really? But anyway. But yeah, fellas, I just wanted to come and, share something with you, man. Make sure y'all staying productive, man. And, y'all let these women talk. They gonna talk, but I keep telling you, the more they talk, the more you get bigger. The more they talk, the more you rise up. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do to be productive today? You know what I'm saying? Don't be discouraged by that nonsense that they talking, man. You better be great. You better be great. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no liars out to be true about you. You feel where I'm coming from? But at the same time, always remember, fellas, a lot of these females, man, they just chasing a skin tone. They'll be with a Brad, broke as hell, poor as hell, ain't got nothing simply because of a skin tone. So a lot of these women still confused, man. They still making bad choices. So don't sweat that. Y'all brothers be great, man. And, make sure y'all, leveling up out here. You know what I'm saying? And handle your business. Damn what somebody talking about. You know what I mean? Damn what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I brush my shoulders off on them David because, they ain't got nothing on me. They broke. They broke, man. Listen, this is why you got the Cynthia G's and the rest of all of them. Y'all know who I ain't got this call no name. Y'all know. They get on these YouTube, man. They constantly make videos and try to down the black man because downing us is the hustle. See, anytime you take an individual who always got to talk about somebody else and put somebody else down, it's because something wrong with them. It's because something wrong with them, man. Either they jealous, they got envy, just hatred. You know, not to say that there haven't been bad situations in the society within our community, because there have. But you know, they get on here and try to put us all in a collective level and say that black men are just bad or all black men are bad. That's not the truth. Then on top of that, fellas, y'all beware, because now you got Pookie Brass trying to make videos and hustle off the gods. You know what I'm saying? They broke. Man, these people broke. They ain't got shit. They ain't got no money. They broke, man. They miserable. You know what I'm saying? Then too, I heard you got people out there doxing, trying to dox people channels, man, trying to get into their personal life. Listen here. Let me tell y'all something. And for all of y'all out there, that's some serious shit. And I just encourage anybody out there who ever do some shit like that. You know, be careful who you fucking with like that. Because this YouTube shit ain't worth your life. You know, a lot of y'all out there getting too emotional. You getting too personal over this shit. Of course, I'm going to always come on here and try to defend the so-called black man's image, because I know a lot of lies are being told. But listen, I'm speaking to anybody out there, men, women, anybody out there who do that. Listen, be careful with that shit, because if one day you're going to shoot in the wrong church and you're going to dock somebody's channel and, do whatever you do and try to put their information out there. And I'm telling you, don't lose your life over YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Views, clicks, and likes, and a YouTube check ain't worth you not breathing anymore behind some dumb shit. You feel me? So I'm telling you, man, y'all, listen. Live your life and do what you do. If you're a divestor, just go on and divest. Live your life. Why everybody got to keep talking all this shit? Listen, these YouTube streets getting serious, man, and y'all need to listen. I know y'all have something productive to do besides YouTube. It's crazy, man. But this the world we living in, fellas. You know what I'm saying? This the world we living in. And like I say, you see these so-called brads on here trying to make videos talking about they broke, man. These people poor. But yeah, man, so like I say, you got an individual over here, she want to divest, she with a brad. I say it all the time, man, but I don't give three fucks. I really don't care. It's not my concern. I really could care less, honestly. My thing is, and this is my whole point. This is my whole issue. And I continuously tell y'all that. I got an issue with an individual coming across YouTube telling young women how to cheat, go to the hospital and get a disease test, and if you find out you're having a baby boy, cheat the game and murder it in the womb. That's some fucked up shit to say, and that's some fucked up shit to do, and it should not be allowed on YouTube, period. So, of course, I come on this screen, man, and I defend that shit. And I speak out against that. I supposed to. If I didn't, I'd be less of a man. You know what I'm saying? My other issue is you got this YouTube world with these women out here, you know what I'm saying, claiming they divesting, but I don't really see a lot of divesting. I just see a lot of shit talking. My thing is this. If that's what you want to do, and if that's what, why not just do it? Why do all this shit talking have to be in play? Why do the so-called black man have to be put down? You know what I'm saying? They put out a line say the black man killing black women every 5.5 hours. Well, me and my wife been together for a while and she still living. So this so-called black man right here debunked that shit. I ain't never killed no woman. The hell is y'all talking about? But anyway, it's a lot of things being put out there, talking about the black man, this, the black man, that, the black man, this. And see, for those of you who have the knowledge and have the education, you know where this shit is really coming from. You know where this shit is really coming from. And before I get off this video, young brothers, I just want to drop something to y'all, man. I encourage all of y'all to go back and really do an extensive research on your history. I mean, really do a research on your history. Remember, it's one thing for me to come across here and say, oh, well, these people don't like us, or these race of people, it's another thing when you can break that shit down and explain it. That's when you see the beauty within yourself. So go back and do your research, because the so-called brads or these people that they trying to put above you, you civilize them. Go back and do your history research, my so-called black man. You are the torchbearers of civilization. You are the first man on this planet. As a matter of fact, you was the first one to set foot in Europe. You built Europe. You civilized Europe. It was a time when you was in Europe and you had barbarians come out of the cave and came to Europe. And we left and went back to our lands. But after a time, we decided to come back to Europe. And when we came back to Europe, at that particular time, we were living in the golden ages. At that particular time, Mansa Musa was the richest man on the planet, a so-called black man. I'm not saying this to be racist. I'm telling you this shit because I want you brothers to know and understand how great you are. And no matter how an individual try to put you down, learn who you are. And once you learn who you are, you live within who you are. That means you got to stand up and be great because you are, my brothers. We came back into Europe. When we came back into Europe at that particular time, in our lands, we were living in the golden ages. Like I say, Mansa Musa was the richest man on the planet, a so-called black man. When we came back into Europe, the Brads, the barbarians, they was living in the dark ages. They was living in dark ages. These same people that they trying to put above you and say are better than you, when we came back into Europe, man, they was living in barns with their animals. This is where diseases came from. Chicken pox, measles. No, they was living in the barns with all their animals, with their chickens, their pigs, their dogs. I mean, the animals was shitting and pissing around these people. They didn't even know how to live. We came back into Europe, man. We showed them how to dissipate their animals and build things outside. Man, listen here. We came through and established things like running water, lights. We taught these people how to talk. We taught them how to live. We taught them how to survive. We civilized them. But based on the fact that they are barbarians by nature, they turn around and put the sword on us. This is their nature. And young brothers, what I'm telling you is this. You learn the nature of these Brads that they telling you about, you'll never have to learn them again because Brad will never change. See, these same Brads that they telling you about, they come from a people who was animalistic, rapists, murderers, barbarians. Study your history and look at what's happening today. So don't feel bad when these fools come across this screen trying to put you down, my so-called black man. You better learn your history and big yourself up because you are the shit and you are great. The same people that they trying to put above you are the same people that we civilized and taught how to live. We are the torchbearers of civilization. Period. And that's the truth, young black man. Learn your history. How many of y'all out there know about Labodahama, Latigua? You understand what I'm saying? People who look just like you were the first people to ever circumnambulate this whole globe. And when we circumnavigated this globe, you know where martial arts came from? When we were circumnavigating this globe, we was watching the fighting styles of things like different animals. And we learned that we learned that mechanism from animals and came up with martial arts. We are the inventors of martial arts. I'm just telling you, my so-called brothers, my so-called black man, I challenge you, never get discouraged when these people come across YouTube and try to put you down and put another people above you. Because the same people that they trying to put above you are the same people that you raised and civilized. I love you, brothers. Peace out. I'll get with y'all later.